Well, I'm a big fan of the Daily, the New York Times, the Daily. So that's even when I'm traveling away, that's my regular podcast.
Yeah, Sales as a Science, which was written by the Winning by Design team. The approach is the foundation of their training program for modern business-to-business selling.
There is a good podcast called Capital Allocators that I listen to quite frequently that provides a very broad perspective on the industry at large, investments in general, and just decision making.
Well, I mean, for private equity people, Guy Hans's book is very entertaining. I recommend that. And then my favorite podcast in this space is probably the A16Z podcast from Anderson Horowitz.
That's a tough one. I have to say that I'm a bit biased now because I'm reading a lot about climate. So a lot of the topics really today on how the planet is really being poorly treated, how we can continue trying to get to 1.5 line degrees. So I read a lot about science-based targets, and so any initiative related with a climate initiative from the UNPRI or the SBTI targets, I consider to be very good reading these days.
The most interesting book that I read, this was a few months back, was The Anomaly. It's by a French writer. It was translated in English, and it's a good combination of science fiction as well as philosophy.
Yeah, I'm a very big podcast person, and so I've currently been listening to Heather McGhee's podcast, The Sum of Us. And what I find powerful about it is it talks about that all of the powerful items that we can change when we all work together. And so when I think about that in terms of investing, it's not just women or people of color that are going to change this industry. It's really going to take all of us.
I like the podcast of Muriel Wilkinson, which is called Coaching Real Leaders. So it's real life situations about growth journeys of leaders who have a glitch in their career and would like to and are open to discuss it in a 90-minute session. I advise it.